All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome. Nice to see you all here. As people hopefully will filter in. Welcome back. I know I'd had a couple days off. Unexpected Sunday. I just too much going on and had to take an extra day just to take care of some things before I had my procedures on Monday, and then just kind of rested yesterday. So here we are. We are on leg 3. I do believe. Yeah, it should be leg 3. Going from Budapest to Belgrade, Serbia this morning. We're continuing our journey to Athens, Greece in the Junkers 52. I know I said we were doing the 1939 Junkers, but I did some testing prior to my time off for the going to the hospital for a day. Excuse me. I am the 1939. For some reason, it was not working, the navigation stuff. So we've switched back to the retrofit, and we should have no issues with that. So anyway, I guess we'll get in here and get things started. Oh, real quick before we go in. So I have created a Discord. The link will be in the description. I think I have to update the my Twitch channel, my About page. And but it's basically going to be the schedule for the week. I'm going to try to do when I go live to put a link in there. I'm not sure if I can do it automatically somehow or whatever, but anyway, but yeah, that will be there, and then we'll do like a picture from the flight. There's some, the rules and everything are there because, it seems like people were just ignoring the rules and everything, so I'm putting it there. There's no chat, because I'm not going to try to get people to be moderators for the Twitch or for my Discord and everything. It's just information. That's going to be it. So anyway, let's get in here and get started. Now looking at the weather for our trip right now, currently over Budapest, the winds are pretty up high, are going to be pretty strong winds. So we're going to have to pay attention to our navigation, make sure we don't get blown off course or anything. And then, but yeah, it should be a fairly good flight. I don't anticipate any problems or anything. So let's get in here and get everything started up. And we will be on our way. Actually, I think, yeah. We'll go ahead and let them talk if need be. Let's get all this going. Actually, I want to go ahead and start talking to them. I think we have our departing to the south. Guess everybody's too scared to come in and say hello this morning already. That's all right. All right, there's that. Close that. Oh, I am. Good morning, Mick. Yeah, I'm doing a lot. I'm doing good. yeah, it was. I'm glad I took the other day off just to be, kind of make sure I'm sorted out and everything. So, yeah, kind of slept in a bit, and so yeah, it was good. Glad to be back. Been itching to get back. Oh, dude, you are standing a little too close to that engine. All right, so our runway is basically just right over there, so not a very long taxi to get to our departure. Now, what I'm going to try to do is when we start up our stream, I'm going to try to get give a little bit of time for people to come in and say hello before we get started and everything. So, because usually a lot of times people come in and start when I'm trying to start up the plane, yeah, it just never goes according to plan. So, all right, there we are. Let's get that flaps down a little bit. Now, interestingly enough, this stayed on the entire time, but I think that's fine where it is. Okay. Let's make sure we have all of our lights on. The taxi. Both. The lights on. I like to be a well lit. Oh, and then we got to tune in our first. That's 11250. Perfect. That's a VOR DME, so we can use that. Then we are going to turn this on. And we want... Oh, okay. There we go. Perfect. All right. Let's go taxi, shall we? Sorry, ground crew, I didn't mean to slice right through you with the plane. So yeah, I did, like I said, I did create a Discord. The link is there. If it doesn't let you join, just let me know, and I'll. If I have to shoot an invite, I will. If you're on Discord, and yeah. So like I said, it's just going to be information. It's not going to be. There's no chat or anything where. I'm gonna need people to monitor it and everything. So, yeah, nothing like that. So, just flights. I'll update the schedule every Sunday for the following week, so you know what I'm flying. You know what I'll be going to and from, and all that stuff. The viewer requested flights will have that information, including who requested the flight. So yeah, just for informational purposes, nothing more. So and then, like I said, all the rules for, you know, information about the channel are all there. Rules about, you know, don't do this and don't do that. Also, a quick reminder that when I'm, you know, starting up the plane and when I'm landing, I don't pay attention to the chat necessarily, so that people don't get all upset about that. Tried to slim down the information in the description to just the basic stuff about the flight, and then the links for some other stuff about the forums, for Microsoft Flight Simulator and all that. So that will still be there, but yeah. Ooh. Oh yeah, it should be. Alright, and we need to tune that into, turn this to 132. Oops. And we want that to 132 also. Go. I guess everybody isn't used to me being back. It's kind of quiet. That's all right. People will come in when they're ready to. I figured there would have been at least 5 or 6 people here this morning already, but that's all right. Okay, I think we are all set. All right, let's go. Away we go. And away we go. So this will be about a 2.5 hour-ish flight to get to Belgrade, Serbia. Should be a fairly straightforward flight. Except for the wind, that might be our only issue that we have to contend with this morning. So the run to this first waypoint for this first VOR is very quick. And we'll dial in the next one and make our way. This one's going to be 71 nautical miles. So this is going to be probably the largest portion of the flight right here coming up. Why does this thing seem like we're off track? Hello, Amela. Good morning. How are you? Nice to see you here. It says the track is to our right. We are that far off. Huh. Okay. Oh, we're way off. Are we already there? Pretty much, it looks like. That wind must be blowing us off course. Alright, we're going to go ahead and dial in our next it's 11380. And we are needing to go on a course of 152. Oops. That's all right. Oops. Let's get this over here. Yeah, I'm doing well. Yeah, just nice to. Well, not that I wanted to take a couple days off to go to the hospital for most of Monday. Oh my goodness, it was like you get there early, and you think, okay, I'm only gonna wait 45 minutes or whatever. They take you in and it's like you sit there and wait forever for the doctor to come and talk to you about the procedure, and I'm like, why couldn't I just show up like 5 minutes, like 20 minutes before the doctor's ready to talk to me, you know. But I do have to go back at the end of June for a follow-up. But yeah, otherwise everything's fine. So, all right, we are on our way. Make sure we still kind of climb. We don't want to start dropping altitude suddenly. All right, we're going. But yeah, I'm fine. So apparently Sim Update 9, the beta, is out right now. Does not look good at the moment. A lot of people are saying that it's not, well, you know, it's still early on in the beta, so they have a lot of work to do apparently to fix a lot of things that the testers have already noted and are quite concerned about. So it sounds like Asobo has their work cut out for them. Yeah, because, well, I think it's like they get everybody there, you know, early, and then, you know, you're sitting there waiting, and the doctor just takes like forever to come in. You know, like I know they have like a bunch of procedures lined up for that day, but it's like, it's a bit, you know, you're already tired as it is. You just want to go in there and get things done, and then it's like, well, you know, we'll get to you when we're ready. What? So yeah, it's but it's over with. But yeah, I got to go back at the end of June for a follow up. Just so, and that's fine. At least, you know, I know ahead of time. You know, it's already on my schedule. So yeah. Well, that wind is really having its way with us this morning. Because I remember when I worked at the hospital a few years back, because I worked, my job was within diagnostic imaging, because I would have to go get patients from their rooms and bring them down for imaging or whatever. But we also did, like, they'd put stents in, or was it stents? They had some like minor surgery stuff to do, and you know, you'd always bring the person down, you know, a little bit ahead of time, and then you know, whoever was doing the procedure would go in and talk to the patient. We had like a little holding room, and they had diagnostic imaging nurses there to keep an eye on the patient until they were ready to go in for their procedure and stuff like that. And so it's not uncommon, because they, you know, the doctor would be finishing up a procedure, and then they would, you know, go and talk to the next patient and everything, and explain, you know, what was getting ready to happen and stuff like that. So yeah, the person would always end up waiting for some period of time, and then they get a little anxious because they're like, oh, you know, they're hungry, or, you know, stuff like that. They can't eat until after the procedure's over. You know, they get hangry, you know. And I know I was, because I couldn't eat Sunday. I could only drink clear liquids, or I could have like apple juice or something. So I couldn't really eat, or I couldn't eat at all. I wasn't supposed to. And that's very difficult when you're like, oh man, I just want to have like, I want to have something to eat, and like protein shakes only go for so long, and then you're just like, oh, I can't have another one of these, So, yeah. But now I kind of know what to expect the next time, because I have to do this. I have to repeat the prep again in June. So I'm just like, oh. Anyway, I'm glad to be back. I've been itching to get the stream going again. So as you notice, yeah, on here in the title it says Vintage Aviation. So Mondays and Wednesdays is going to be Vintage Aviation, whether we're flying the Junkers 52 or the KLM, the Fokker F7B. We're doing vintage stuff, historic routes and everything. I've been researching more places that we can fly the Fokker and the Junkers. Hopefully we get more stuff like this in the future. Thursdays will be military aviation. This Saturday after this, Thursday will be military aviation. Now this Saturday we will start Lightning Saturdays. The Spitfire will go into the military aviation sort of thing on Thursdays. So the premise being that we will fly those planes country of origin, and then in the case of some of these that flew elsewhere around the world, like because people bought them and they're part of different air forces or whatever, we will eventually branch out into those like customer sort of countries and go from there. So, hello Joseph, nice to see you here. So yeah, we're not giving up on the Spitfire. It's just that I think we've kind of conquered it for the most part, and it took a while because we had to, kind of work figuring out the landing and stuff like that. So I think we're good on that. So we're not. I'm okay with that. I'm fine, Joseph. Yeah, good to be back. Streaming again. So anyway, turn off all the lights. I think I did. No, I did not. At least the that stuff. So yeah, we will take the Lockheed P-38 Lightning. That will be our new focus, and we are going to fly after this Saturday when we fly from Naval Air Station Fallon to Crater Lake Airport. No, you don't, Joseph. Don't get all tender in the chat now. You know you didn't miss me. Come on now. I'm kidding. I'm glad to be back. So yeah, after that, every Saturday for the Lightning, the P-38, we're going to fly from different parts. We're going to start in California, but we're going to move around America essentially, and we're going to fly basically former Army Air Corps airfields. Now some of them are no longer in existence. They've been demolished or whatever, for instance. But we have some that have been turned into airports. Getting the SkyQ fitted at the moment. Oh, nice. Well, hopefully that goes well, Nick. So that's what we're going to do on Saturdays with the Lightning. We're going to start in California, take off from former Army Air Corps bases and then eventually we're going to go elsewhere in America while we kind of figure out how to fly the P-38, landing it, and all that kind of stuff. And then as we hopefully get more warbirds, I'm hoping eventually we get the like the Corsair. I'm really keen on getting that. That would be awesome. So once we get all that, then hopefully we will. Yes, this is live, Burn. It says live right on the. I am talking to you live. So, yeah, once we get more military aviation planes, specifically the props, then we will, of course, add those. We'll kind of have some fun with that. And, I'm looking for more of the vintage warbirds. So, I'm on stream as I always. Okay. Thank you, Imperial Builder. Not sure. I guess what you're saying is you're watching. So. So yeah, Sundays will still be Scenic Sundays. Tuesdays will be, Jetliner Tuesdays. It'll be either the A320 or the Embraer jets for the time being. Hopefully we get the CRJs. I guess they're still sorting out some issues with the CRJs. No ETA as to when all that will be ready. Turn on the all right. There's our Ucruz 52, the retrofit that has more modern avionics stuff for navigation. I think what the problem is that the waypoint that we're heading to, we still have 41 nautical miles to go. It's a DME, so the 1939 Junkers 52 only has for VORs. It doesn't pick up the DMEs. So, because when I was flying it to kind of test to make sure everything worked, I was like, I don't hear anything. And then when I looked at what sort of navigation aid we're using, it's a DME, so that's why the 1939 version didn't pick it up. So, because I like to kind of have the reassurance of knowing where we're heading, and I can hear the Morse code thing in my ear, and I'm sure you guys can hear it over your speakers. Sorry, I know it might be a bit annoying, but it is that's how they did navigate once radio navigation became the way for the early airlines to navigate from point to point. But so yeah, we're going to stick with this for a while, because I think it's just going to be easier for me to navigate this way. We don't have to use the little map. We're going to use our instrument and all that. So we're going to, and the great thing is I have this little thing right down there that says how much farther we got to go, so we know when we're getting close and prepared to go to our next navigation aid on the ground, and all that. So now, Yeah, finally the weather's a bit better, it seems. Nothing has iced up so far, thankfully. And you know, we're doing okay. So yeah, do join the Discord. That way you kind of keep up to date of what's coming up for the week. You can kind of know ahead of time, and then and all that, and then you know what we got to do? Let's get our picture here, at least this one. Try to take a couple pictures through the flight. If there's some interesting scenery or something. That looks like a good picture right there, for starters. So I'll post one of these on the Discord for the picture of the flight. One might not be too bad either. There we go. These are very, oh, thank you, Joseph. Well, you've seen this one before, Joseph. It's nothing new. It's, we filmed this a couple times already in the streams you've watched. It's just that this is the one that has the more modern navigation stuff versus the older one, the 1939. So the retrofits definitely kind of help out with the see, this one's not working. That's all right. We're fine either way. I think yeah, that's all right. All right, 29 nautical miles. So we're doing pretty good. We're clipping along at 106 knots. The inner ring is kph. So yeah, we're doing pretty good. Still got quite a bit of flying to go. But thankfully the weather has turned out very nice. Didn't have to change anything. Few clouds, but nothing too out of the ordinary. Now the cool thing is when we get on the ground here, I'm gonna see, that almost looks like like an iPad there, but it's not. I always think that it is, you know, like one of the ones that we have in some of the other planes to assist with. It's like a chalkboard, I think, essentially. Like maybe it's like a little table. I think that's what it is. But the door over here opens, so when we get to Belgrade, we're going to open that, and you can see from the outside, it's going to be that door. One right. Yeah, it should be the one kind of right by the. I think it's going to be like right here. Which is odd because I would think it should be this one for passengers. And this one's, I think, for the crew. Actually, that looks like that would be more like an emergency exit. So yeah, we'll try opening the one in the back there once we get to Belgrade. That's something they added, that you can actually open the doors now. So I need to have some of my coffee. I just realized. I'll be right back. I'm just going to sit here and drink for a minute. I'll be right back. Hello, Denver. All right, let's have a look here at our 20 nautical miles. So we're getting there. So yeah, we're gonna go tomorrow. We're gonna be going from Belgrade to Sofia, so Serbia to Bulgaria. It's going to be about a 3-hour flight tomorrow. Our longest portion is once we leave Belgrade, we have 158 nautical miles from our departure airport to our waypoint, and then we have only 27 nautical miles from that one waypoint to Sofia. Friday we have the Bali to Jakarta, and then we have Karachi to Islamabad. Both of those will be in the A320. The closest airline livery that I can do is Turkish Airlines, so that is our that's what we got to work with. Saturday the P-38 will debut Naval Air Station Fallon to Crater Lake Klamath Regional Airport. Sunday we're going along the Sangre de Cristo Mountains in New Mexico. We're going from Santa Fe to Taos Regional, the PC-6, so that should be a nice relaxing flight. Monday, Sofia to let's see, Thessaloniki. We're close to Athens, basically. We'll be in Greece, I believe, but not Athens itself. And then, yeah, so we got a lot of good stuff coming up. Yeah, so we'll get to Athens on the 13th of April. And then we will start our eventually we're going to start on the 18th, I think, is when we start the flight to... we'll start our journey from Amsterdam to the former Dutch Indies. That's going to take quite a while. There's 32 legs total. We're only going to be flying those Mondays and Wednesdays. But it's going to take quite a while to get there. So, it won't be until sometime in August, I think, is when we're going to arrive in the former Dutch Indies. But we're going to have some really beautiful scenery along the way. So yeah, that should be fun. So yeah, looking forward to that. Oh, excuse me, I had to sneeze. Ugh. Now the other thing too is about that flight, as I've mentioned before, some of the airports that KLM flew in the 1930s to get to the former Dutch Indies, a lot of those airports don't exist anymore, or they have changed names over the years. A lot of them, surprisingly, have become military airfields. Some of them I cannot, like our navigation is going to be a bit crazier because I won't have a navigation aid to get us to our waypoints. Like I won't have a VOR, for instance, or a DME or anything like that. I will have to basically kind of fly by the seat of my pants, basically. So there's going to be some that it's going to be I'm going to have to pay a little bit more attention to what's happening. I'm going to have to kind of dead reckoning and some, we call it terrain association kind of stuff to kind of see where we are, how much closer we got to go to our airport. Some of the flights were very long, like 5 hours or whatever. I broke it up. I tried to do like 2.5 hours in some cases. Some are going to be like 2 hours. Some are going to be 3 hours. I think there's a couple that are going to be actually 4 hours because there's just no way to break the flight up at all. So it's going to be but hopefully it's going to be some really nice scenery along the way. We're going to land in some very, I think, some very beautiful places. We're going to go through Cairo, Egypt, for instance. We're going to go through, we're going to cut through part of the Middle East. Basically, we're going to, from Egypt on through into Iraq, Iran, and on down, where else? A lot of places, basically. So, yeah, we're going to get to see some interesting parts of the world. So, do join us for that. That journey will start. Now, the interesting thing is, part of the journey that we will start on the 18th, we're going to fly to some of the same airports that we've been to already on this flight. Going from Berlin down to Athens. So, so we'll have some familiar territory, but the rest of it is going to be new to us for the most part. So, yeah, looking forward to that. This should be fun. Pardon me for just a moment. I need to go blow my nose. All right, I'm back. The other thing too is that we're going to we're also going to fly one of the lengths, or one of the legs. I had to break it up, and we're going to go to an airport, and we're going to land near the Taj Mahal, for instance. Now, I don't know how well it's rendered or anything, but if we could try to kind of fly over it and kind of check it out, we'll try to do that before we land, just to kind of, so we can do a bit of sightseeing along the way as well. Because that's one of the things when I was reading about this route. KLM was very proud of the fact that whenever they would land somewhere for the evening, for instance, because they could only fly during the day, because there was, that was the only way they could navigate back then. You would go to your hotel, check in, and then they would, you'd go into town, see the sights, sample the local cuisine, for instance, and all that. So it was kind of even though many of the people that were flying on that route were business, they had business in the former Dutch Indies, we are very close, 8.7 nautical miles. All right, so we got to get ready. But they would do a bit of tour, like they were tourists also, so they got to see some of the sights. They were encouraged to do all that. So, but yeah, I can't do. I'm not going to do these 5 hours, 6 hours. It's too much to do on my own, and not that I'm alone, because but people come in and out of the chat. It's kind of gets dead for a while, and then it's just we're gonna try to just break things up a little bit. So. So we are slightly losing some altitude, which is fine. It's not like a crazy amount of altitude. All right, let's have a look here. What says 9.6? Maybe we are going past it seems. Uh-oh, I think we went past it. Yep, all right, we did. Okay, we already flew past it. All right, let me dial in our next one then. I got so busy talking that I wasn't paying attention to our. So let's see, 115, 60. And we want to go on a course of 128. Two, 8. There we go. Yeah, totally did not, I was not paying attention. Good thing I checked that to see. Alright, this one's only 46 nautical miles, so shouldn't take us long to get there. Yeah, there we go. So we're already on our way there, basically, so. Yep, good thing I checked that. Otherwise, we would have been flying on for quite some time. That would not have been good. That's all right. And then our last one is going to be a VOR DME. So this one should pick that up once we dial in that final frequency for that, for our heading towards Belgrade. Oh, I do have. Let me look at me. Alright, so we just reached there, so we are on our way here. Niner 84. All right. All right. Well, yeah, I was going to ask you, Mela, how have things been with the Ramadan? Did you have a nice family celebration and everything? And how's little Amy enjoying it? Hopefully everything's good. Hopefully you're not too hangry. I was pleasantly surprised. I got to have a chance to talk to Doris last night as I was getting ready for bed. It was nice. We hadn't talked in a few days over the phone, so it was. I plugged in my phone and went to go get ready for bed, brush my teeth and all that kind of stuff, and then I come back and she had tried calling me a couple times. Then she messaged me like, "I'm trying to call you." I was like, "Oh." So, yeah, we got to talk for a little bit, which was good. There's our right engine. Left engine. We have the front engine there. Not too bad. Been easy going through the day, so nice. Glad to hear it. So that says passenger door here, but I think there's another one. What we'll do is once we get on the ground, I'm gonna try to go through the cabin there if I can, and get to that other door on the back left there, and see if we can open that one as well. So I think that's the true passenger door there. I think that's the emergency exit there. because that's over the wing. I'd like to build a model plane of this sometime. Oh, speaking of model planes, Tamiya, for those of you who build model planes or cars or whatever, Tamiya is a very well-known model brand that makes some very detailed planes, cars, military vehicles and whatnot. They came out with a P-38, a new updated molding, basically. And one of the ones that you can build is one of the ones that we can fly here in Microsoft Flight Simulator. So yeah, it's really nice looking. There's like 3 or 4 different versions you could build. All right, 22 nautical miles. $2,985. There we go. I know it's not a huge jump, but in our altimeter reading, but it's better to try to keep all that as accurate as possible so we know our altitude. I do like this that you can see the exhaust coming out the top of the engine there. Now the ones if we go out here, you can see it. The one for the front engine is below to the sides of the engine, so the exhaust comes out over there. But the ones for here, for the one on the left and the right, they come out the top. You're going to get an ice cream from McDonald's. Well, if you're going to get one, you got to bring it back for everybody there, Joseph. Otherwise, you can't go. Got to bring one for everybody. You got to share. Can't just be talking about ice cream. All right, that says 18 nautical miles. All right, perfect. So yeah, this has worked out rather well. This may take, well, we still got another 59 nautical miles to go to our destination there in Belgrade, but it looks like we're gonna get there. We're getting there a little bit quicker than I expected, but we'll see. We still got a bit to go. Don't worry, I buy a... I'm kidding, Joseph. Well, enjoy your trip to McDonald's. I'm trying to think what other little... interesting things can we... I can't do anything like that. So there's this warms up the engine if it gets cold. There is no defroster, unfortunately, not one that I can find. So if our window gets iced over, we're SOL, as we like to say. Yeah, this flight's gone very well. Knock on wood. So yeah, we'll be wrapping things up once we get to our destination. Now, of course, we haven't been flying for the whole hour and 7, almost 8 minutes, because I did talk for a few minutes, but we're making really good time, and I think it's because the weather has not been too much of a headache for us. Now, once we're almost at our waypoint there, 14 nautical miles, so we should turn more to the south. For let's see, yeah, we're going almost southwest from at our next waypoint. So only one bus. See, luckily I have a McDonald's within walking distance. Actually, well, there's two near me that are within walking distance. Well, actually, three. There's one that's very close. There's two others that I can walk to. But yeah, there's three in the immediate area that I can get to. But there's one that's like maybe 10-15 minute walk, if that. So I think we're going to turn, should be over that way, I do believe. Let's have a look. Okay, so that's those mountains there. So yeah, we're going to make a right turn, Clyde. I can see those low mountains or whatever right there. I can see it on my SkyVector map. So we are where we need to be, basically. We are where we are. That's true. That is a true statement. We are where we are. Or as they say in Buckaroo Banzai, no matter where you go, there you are. I haven't watched that movie in ages. I have to watch that again. Was it Buckaroo Banzai? Across the 8th Dimension? Alright, we are almost at our waypoint here. And we will dial in our last frequency for our VOR DME near Belgrade Airport. And we will make our way there. Uh-oh, this says 9... We were heading there. Okay. Okay, there we go. It's counting down. There we go. I do need to start timing the flight just so that we have... I want to start kind of seeing where we're at on our... How long it's... hello, Clixie. I want to see how close we are in our total flight time, if it's close, you know, if very close or spot on to once we get on the ground and park. Which reminds me, I got to make sure I update that today once we are on the ground. All right, let's have a look now. 8.7. Uh-oh. Did we fly past it already? We couldn't have. I guess we did. All right, well, good enough for me. Let's go on to our next one then. 112. And 50. Double check that. Oh, 11205. Oops. Well, good thing I double checked my stuff. And then this is going to 200. 200. There we go. Right turn, Clyde. Oops. Big right turn. So I'm guessing, Mick, if you're still there, are you, the stream tonight will be dependent on if they can get everything up and running for you today, I'm guessing? Okay, good. Glad to hear it. Back on track here since we missed our turn. Just out of curiosity, where are we in relation to track there? Wow, we are way off of our... What was that? I'm in the boardroom. Well, tell the latecomers they gotta bring you some latte or something. I bet you that'll get them hurried up. Hey, if you're late to the meeting, you gotta bring in the coffee and the donuts. Or the stroop waffles or something. Still curious to see why we haven't intercepted the line again. It says we are way, way off. I don't know. Okay, I don't think I can zoom out on this at all. Alright, there's that river. It latte and donuts, there you go. Right, there's that river there. Let's see where we are. Okay. Looks like we're here. We're over. Yeah, I think we are pretty far off our line here still. Oops, daisy. Oh, there it is, right there. Perfect. So we're catching back up to it. All right. All right, take care, Milla. I accidentally hit my own teammate. Oh, yeah. I know you were saying that last night. Joseph, at the end of your race, I wouldn't want you as my teammate then if you're trying to run me off the road. We're trying to get points, Joseph, not run each other off the road. Yeah, nice to see you, Mella. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. Wednesday already. Where's the week gone? Wow, we were way off that line. Right now it's gone. Oh, there it is. Okay. So if I look at that way that is, we are roughly, that should be an error. There's a weird curve that's there. Okay, I know roughly where we are now. To you, Sky Vector. For those of you who like to fly Microsoft Flight Simulator, Sky Vector is you don't have to pay anything to use it. You don't have to sign up. You can just create your flight plan and all that kind of stuff, and it will give you all kinds of good information for your flight. I'm gonna get a little bit closer, and then I'm gonna. Yeah, because we were way off. Either I must have turned really late. That's the thing. All right, now that we are closer, now I'm going to start turning. So yeah, if you fly Microsoft Flight Simulator, Sky Vector is a really awesome tool, especially when you're doing VOR to VOR, because you can find, you can plug those in, and then you can get the frequencies and everything, the distances. It comes up with like its own little log, and it has like the distances, it has the frequencies, and all kinds of stuff. So, yeah, do check it out. It's an amazing, awesome resource for sim pilots. The interesting thing, though, is that sometimes what's in the sim isn't in Sky Vector. What's in Sky Vector sometimes is not in the sim. There's always some conflicting information. All right, we are finally. Yeah, boy, I turned way late. That's okay. We figured it out. Nothing wrong with checking our... Wow, look at the farmland below us. I like that, at these interesting looking little land tracts there for farming. Wow, we climbed way more than I wanted to, that's for sure. We need to start dropping some altitude, because we don't want to be too high as we come into Belgrade. Yeah, we need to start dropping altitude. Just a little bit at a time. Wow, there we are. Talking to Belgrade Center now. Now, interesting. The other thing too is that, you know, during this time, a lot of the, you know, the navigator, everybody needed to know Morse code. Otherwise, you wouldn't, you know, wouldn't be able to decipher the. You know, to make sure that you're heading to the correct waypoint. Now let's have a look again at her. We should be much closer now. Okay, yeah, there it is. So if we just stay kind of on this track right here, this heading will intercept the our heading to our VOR DME there by Belgrade Airport. Hello, Pithers. Nice to see you here. How are you? I fly on triple screens normally. I'm on the Xbox. I only have one. I can't have multiples on the Xbox. That'd be too much. I don't have the space for that, so. I'm doing good, thank you. Glad to hear you're well. I'm guessing you're on your way to your next location for the fair. Have maybe a day off or something. Oh, well, I only have room for one Quixie, so, but thank you. Yeah, I don't have space for, if I'm going to have multiples, I'm going to have a computer system eventually, but not right now. Still at the same place till Sunday night when we pull down. I'm not there today. I've got a few days working on builders. Oh, nice. I didn't know if you were like home for a short while to catch up on laundry and stuff like that. should be, all right, 36 nautical miles. So we're almost halfway to Belgrade. Ooh, a little bit of a wind there. I remember you used to go home sometimes for the, every so often to, I have my missus too. There you go. Interestingly enough. Alright, so there's all of our information there. Oops. Although I can't read it because so this has the button for your radio to talk, or the intercom to talk to your crew, or to make an announcement, I guess, to the passengers. So 1:30 is our landing. Once we get to, I believe that's what that means. Yeah. It was only 10, 20, 30. Yeah. Well, we were getting closer to the line. I think we got a little blown off course a little bit. Well, we're still heading kind of in the right direction. Oh, we're not exactly on our magenta line there, but we are heading towards 208.4. We're still heading the right direction, basically. So we are almost at our halfway point there. We still got a few more nautical miles, and we'll be about 25. We'll be 25 nautical miles out. That will be sufficient enough for, actually, let's see, 27 and a half. I'll be home for the Easter bank holiday. Oh, nice. Can't believe Easter's coming up already. Whew. Man, that's crazy. That is on the 17th. Wow. All right, so yeah, we are halfway there. And we want landing on runway 12. There's only one runway basically there. Okay. Oops. Yeah, no doubt, huh? Boy, we have a heck of a, well, not a heck of a crosswind, but pretty decent one. Alright, let's see, 22 nautical miles. Once we're about 15 nautical miles out, I'll call in and request our landing clearance on runway 12. We'll start slowing everything down. Drop some more altitude. In fact, let's go ahead and start doing that now, because that distance is going to be eaten up here very quickly as we descend. Anybody seen an airport around here? What is our airport elevation? Let's see, 336 feet. All right, let's go ahead and call in. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, there it is, right there. Two 983. Nah. We're going straight in. Let's get our lights on. So everybody knows we're coming in. Come on. Never fails. I haven't streamed in a couple days and this thing wants to act up now. Alright, there's the river. I think... Oh, there's our... Yep, there it is. Ta-da! There we are. Alright. We don't need our landing pattern stuff. Although it looks like we are coming in to the side of the airport. Okay. Well, we are going to fly over the airport because that should be it in front of us. I'm going to go ahead and move this to standby. Oh, it's still going to... Yeah, it's just on the other side of the river there. So we're going to pass over and then we'll come back around and get ready to put this thing on the ground. Let's get some flaps down. So we can start slowing down a little bit here. Hopefully everybody's enjoyed the flight today. Appreciate the 6 thumbs up. Appreciate everybody coming in and hanging out for a little while. Nice to see everybody here. As I said before, there's a Discord. Please do join that so you can keep up to date on the schedule for the week. If I'm not flying that day, I will post in the Discord that the flight's canceled. So let's see how far it. Right, there's that. So there's that there. Airport is to the... Gotta turn it this way a little bit. That might be our airport right there. There's a bridge. That part's there, which looks like that there. Or is it? Alright, so looks like that is that there. Okay. So if I followed that, airport should be right. Should be able to see it. Should be able to identify it from here. I think that's our airport over there. Right. Yep, there it is, right there. All right. Now let's have a look at our... So there's a runway, the taxiway. That can't be our airport. It's saying our airport is like over here somewhere. Ah, there it is. That's a different one. There's two airports here. Okay. That's not our airport there. That's something else. Our airport is right there. So our runway should be right to the left wing tip there. All right. So we will fly over and then we will come back around. I was hoping for straight in, but I guess that wasn't in the plan today. That's all right. Luckily we got it all sorted. So what we'll do is we're gonna let's go verify our runway here, but I'm pretty sure this is it. That's our airport, and if I understand the layout correctly, yeah, our runway is just off the left wing tip there. Okay. So we want to come in there. Alright, I have my plan. And my visual cues. Well, this is interesting how... Look at it, it's this weird... This is a lighter color over than here. It was almost like when they took the photos over this area, there was like a low cloud cover or something. Yep, there's the 1-2. All right. All right, let's do this. All right, folks, as usual, I will be getting ready to turn the laptop away from me so I don't get distracted as we get ready to land. If you have comments or questions, I will catch up to them when we are on the ground. The old crusty salute. All right. Don't want to lose too much more altitude for right now. I just want to... At least we weren't too high up and trying to dump altitude at the last minute like we've had before in other flights and other aircraft. That's the great thing about flying VOR to VOR. We're not beholden to altitudes and, you know, waiting for ATC to tell us when to descend and everything. So yeah, this has worked out rather well. I enjoy flying this way a lot better. So other than making sure that we navigate correctly and all that, it's a lot less stressful than flying IFR, I think. So all right, let's go ahead. Turning a little bit more. Alright, let's see the airport. Saw the runway lights there at the end. It's right there. You can see the flashing lights guiding you in. I think that should be enough flap to get us on the ground here. We can drop one more if we need to. We'll just go ahead and go full flap just to be safe. All right, here we go. Helps that there, my visual reference is that freeway, and then there's like that off ramp almost goes right to our runway there. Yeah, some good visual references today. Here. Still pretty high. Should have dumped a little more altitude as we were coming around, but that's okay. We're going to make this landing here. A little high, but that's all right. We're going to make it. Oh, there we are. Wow. Okay. Well, on behalf of myself and the entire flight crew, we'd like to welcome you to Belgrade, Serbia. Local time is, I think, 3, almost 4, 3:30, maybe 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm kind of guesstimating here. We know and appreciate the fact that you have so many options when it comes to your Microsoft Flight Simulator live stream viewing pleasures. We are glad that you chose to fly with us today. We will be back tomorrow, 6:30 Eastern, 11:30 UK, as we continue from Belgrade to Sofia, Bulgaria. Should be about a 3-hour flight, give or take. So do join us for that. We'll be departing from here, this airport that we just landed at. So we are almost to Athens, Greece. Yeah, as soon as I get to the taxiway, I will. It's all good. Do. Oh, I see. I don't have the markers on. I got to turn that on as soon as we turn off. I'm like, wait a minute, why isn't the taxi guide popping up? .118.3 To the gates, please. And thank you. Because why not? All right. See what sort of gate we get assigned to here. There's not much to this airport, so I don't think it's not like we're gonna have to go all over to get to our gate necessarily. It looks like that's it right there. All right, before I forget, once we park and I hit the parking brakes, we don't go anywhere else. I'll try to open up that back passenger door. I think we're supposed to be parked. If we were going to connect the jetway, we would be parked this way. There we go. That's better. Pull up just a bit more. Oh, come on. See, this thing is very touchy when it comes to the throttle. It's like you got to really... There we go. That'll do. All right. Let's go ahead and turn that taxi light off. And all the other lights. All right, so let's see if we can go through here. We should be able to. So there's this door here. And it should be another one back here that we can open. I think. This one's, yeah. But this one, oh yeah, you can. There we go. Ta-da! All right, let's go back up to the front and then we'll go outside. We'll have a look at that. Ooh, oops-a-daisy. Wow, ooh-wee. Oops. All right, so there's that. Right there. Oops. Let's go ahead and reset that because I am all over the place. It's going to look kind of crazy if I have this jetway here, but oh well. Oops. Take a picture there. There we go. All right. Let's go ahead and shut it down. Boy, I'm having a heck of a time with the cameras now. All right. And then the batteries are over. There we go. All right, that should do it. All right, yeah, minute 47. So yeah, we got there a lot quicker than expected. So that's not too bad. Anyway, that's going to be it for today, folks. I do greatly appreciate everybody coming in and hanging out today. Hopefully you enjoyed today's flight. If you're watching on the replay, thank you for coming by. Do leave a thumbs up if you're watching on the replay. Greatly appreciate it. I will see you all tomorrow. We will continue this journey going from Belgrade to Sofia and should be a nice flight. Hopefully we'll have some more good weather, and should be nice. So until then, enjoy the rest of your Wednesday morning, afternoon, evening, early Thursday, wherever you are in the world. Thanks for coming by. Peace. Live long and prosper.